What's up, guys? I hope you're well. Today we are checking out the Ricky Gervais Show, Season 2, Episode 11, Mrs. Battersby. Let's get into it, shall we?
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
The number of times I find a theory that he said in gobbledygook, but it's true. I think that I think he's been dealt a bad hand in the brain department. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thoughts, Carl?
Well, your brain's in two bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I wonder if one half is really good, the other half's messing it up.
Yeah.
That
Could be the case. That could be the case.
Yeah. Well, it is split into two. Yeah, and they are responsible for different things.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like these sort of families where there's a kind of really bright kid and then a sort of wayward child who just gets into drugs and stuff. Sort of like that up there
Yeah.
in your head.
Because you have quite sort of out there nebulous thoughts, and you've got a lot of common sense, haven't you?
And just having that other sense of like, this is dodgy.
Yep.
What spider sense?
Just that
Yes.
sense where you just go,
Spider
I don't know
sense.
why, but something's telling me we shouldn't be here. And you go, all right, let's go. And you move from it, and you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You don't know what's decided that. You know, it's like when you're lost. A part of my brain's got me lost, but then there's another bit that I don't know what it is where they go left. And you do, and then you go, remember that time when you called me and I said, I don't know where I am, and I couldn't concentrate.
Think of that! I called him. I went, Carl, what are you doing? He went, I don't know where I am.
Rick and
What do you
Bailey.
mean you
dude,
didn't know where
Bailey.
you were? What you?
I got lost. I went
in London
wandering.
you got
yeah,
lost?
yeah. And I went wandering, and then, I
It's
was
when
like,
he first moved into his new place. He was walking back from his old place to his new place, and he didn't know where he was. He
How
tried
can
to.
you ever really get lost in London? I'm just it's a cabbie.
well, yeah.
Well,
I
I've
don't
done
wanna
that
do
before
because
when I
I feel bad
moved
pulling
years
one
and
over
years ago. I'm
saying,
like, where the hell do I live?
Yeah, they don't appreciate that, do they?
But I found my way back, didn't I?
Yeah.
But you told me
20
one
minutes.
time that you much prefer getting lost. You love wandering around and getting lost. You
Yeah,
said
go-
that's much better.
go
Yeah,
around
it
the
was a cold
cul-de-sac.
day. It was a
Kinda
cold
like
day.
that
I just wanted
too.
to be at home. I had
Kinda
things to
nice.
do. There's a time and place to be lost.
Well, go on.
Well, a place
What's
you
the
don't
place?
know.
What's
and
the place to be lost?
Somewhere you don't know.
Right, good. Okay,
And the
specific.
time?
The
Time when you're not in a rush.
Right.
But that time I was in a rush, and I was
And-
cold.
So a typical argument in your head is what?
Where the hell do I live?
Lost. I'll do one side of the brain. You do the other side of the brain.
Okay.
Okay, in your head. Okay. Carl,
What?
this isn't where we should be. You want to go home, didn't you? This isn't your house, because it's a field. You live in a house, don't you? Why are we standing in a field? This isn't your house. You're meant to go home, but you've walked into a field.
No, but that wouldn't. I've never been that lost. When I'm walking across a field, at the edge of the field, I'd go, hang on a minute, this isn't right. I wouldn't get in the middle. I wouldn't go that far. I'd go, right, I definitely shouldn't be here.
This isn't right.
You did once. You were in the middle of a field, and your dad had to rescue you
Yeah,
and carry you
that's when
through
I was
the
a kid because I was reading as I was walking. That's,
It just gets
And he
better
never
and better,
read
Carl.
but there's another sense. I was in the middle of nettles there.
Yeah.
I'd walked. It was at my brother's wedding in Cornwall, and I was walking near a cliff edge.
Reading a book.
And okay, so okay. Carl, I know you're enjoying this book. Can I have a word with you? Just look past the book a minute. There's a big drop.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened, and then
Right.
that's when my other senses went, hang on a minute, I'm being stung. Load of nettles and stuff. And I just had to wait there for ages until my dad sort of thought, where's Carl? I was there for about an hour and a half.
He's read a book.
Fuck me like a cartoon.
I
But why are you
freaking
wandering
can't.
off reading a book
Can't
when it's
do
your
it.
brother's wedding?
No, this was like we were in. I think it was St Ives in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in St Ives, and just it was a nice day in that there was no telly in the place. It was a horrible house. It was haunted. Actually, no, honestly.
No, not honestly. It wasn't haunted. There's no such thing as ghosts. So you saying honestly it was
Wow,
haunted means
Carl,
fuck
really?
all.
It's the weirdest
Ricky.
place and weirdest sensation I've ever had. I spoke to a woman called Mrs. Battersby,
Right.
who sat on my bed keeping me up all night. My mum came up, she said, "You look shattered." I said, "Yeah, I haven't had a kip all night." She said, "Why?" I said, "I've been talking to Mrs. Battersby." She said, "Who's that?" I said, "I don't know, some old woman." Now, I can't remember it now, but that's what I did then. And then,
Sorry. So Mrs. Battersby didn't exist. Is that what you're saying? She was the ghost.
Yes.
yeah.
Wasn't the landlady.
No, there's no landlady. It's a big house, about 12 bedrooms in it.
Right.
Dead cheap to stay there because it was a wreck. My
Were
mum
you
and dad
ill?
went
Were
out
you
one
ill?
night.
Did you have flu at the
No,
time?
I had nothing like that. I just...
So you were sitting up, but you were awake, and you were having a conversation with Mrs. Battersby.
What did she look like?
I can't remember. I can't even remember having the chat now.
Right,
But
so-
at the time, I was like, oh, she just doesn't shut up. Chatting all night.
So you don't remember this happening? Or you do remember it happening?
No, I remember that, like, if
Oh
I
my
see my mum
God.
now and I mention St. Ives, she'll go, "Oh, yeah, Mrs. Battersby." She remembers coming in because she was older than me, wasn't she? So to
Who?
her, my mum.
Was she?
How old was Mrs. Battersby? She was older than both
She
of you.
was old because I'm calling her Mrs. Battersby. If she was my age, I'd probably say, "Oh, it's Susan" or whatever.
Right, sure,
You
Miss
call
Bat-
older
Miss
people
Battersby.
by the
Yeah.
surname, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she kept me
How
up
old
all
were you?
night.
12.
You know, I'm thinking of pictures at the wedding.
Why do you have to go through other things to just have a memory?
How old do you reckon
Yeah.
you were?
I don't understand why you haven't got direct access to your memories.
How old do you reckon you were?
Your mum was older, though, yeah?
You must have a vague idea of when this event
Thinking about
was.
it now, I'm thinking. I'm
Okay.
picturing the picture of myself at this wedding.
Okay.
And how old are you? What are you doing?
How tall were
I'd say
you?
I look about.
How were you?
I say I look about 7 or 8. Looking at the picture.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So Mrs. Battersby is chatting away to you. You don't remember what she said, but you do remember having the conversation.
No, he doesn't remember it
I
at
don't
all.
remember the chat now
Well, then
So-
why are you telling?
It's
You
not
must
your
remember it
memory.
because you're telling us about
It's not
it.
your
because it's a
memory.
memory. My mum's reminded me of it.
Yeah, but this is so far removed. This is hearsay that your mum said you spoke to a ghost once, and you don't even remember the ghost.
Mrs. Battersby.
No,
Yeah,
you
no, but
remember
you
the
don't
name
remember
only because
her.
your mum reminded you of
In a
it.
court of law, if there was a ghost court, they go hearsay, thrown out of court.
Right.
You
yeah.
don't have a memory
would
of
be,
Mrs.
yeah.
Battersby.
Look, I know that when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I ate a beetle. I ate a beetle because I thought it was licorice. Now, I can't remember that now.
You can't remember that, but you know it happened because your mother told you it happened.
Exactly.
Right. But the fundamental thing is that we can believe.
I was Ricky
We
on
can
this.
believe. We can believe you ate a beetle, right? Because that is something that could happen in real life.
But-
what we're questioning is that you spoke to a ghost.
Yes. Carl's everywhere.
What beetle was it?
Just one of them standard beetles. Just a black shiny one.
Thing is, right, a couple of years ago, we were in the Ivy, and the food came, and there's a big blob of wasabi, right? It was like called an Oriental hors d'oeuvre, right? And I looked over at Carl, and he started going, drinking water. I said, "What have you done?" He said, "I heard that." I said, "That was a blob of wasabi." He said, "I thought it was one mushy pea."
That's a classy restaurant that they serve in one mushy pea.
Well, they do that, don't they?
Wow.
Small portions. It's all trendy, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the fact that it's
Oh my gosh.
exactly the same thing. They've swapped beetle for wasabi
Yeah.
and licorice for pea. You see things, you see something, you
It's a
think...
good job you remembered that anecdote, though, because he doesn't.
Exactly, yeah. In years to come, we'll be going, "Ate some wasabi once, did you?"
Yeah.
Well, according to Ricky, I did, yeah. I was in the Ivy. I thought it were mushy pea.
So hang on, I just want to go back to Mrs. Battersby because
What
you
other-
confidently said it
most
was
haunted.
haunted. It was the most haunted place.
Yeah.
But you've got no real evidence for it because even you claim you had this encounter, you don't even remember it.
But you don't remember everything in life,
But you
do you?
supposedly had a conversation with a ghost.
I know, but I didn't know. When I was younger, I
But you
didn't think
remember
that
the
was a
specifics
ghost.
of an ant walking around.
Yeah, so you thought, so I see. If you'd have had the memory, it would just be a nice old lady on the end of your bed all night.
Right.
And then...
Then when I mentioned it, my mum was saying, "What do you mean, Mrs. Battersby? Who's Mrs. Battersby?"
Right?
When you're a kid, you're not terrified, are you?
No.
Nothing scares
I mean,
you.
I'm beginning to think, who the fuck is Mrs. Battersby, I must admit. But
So, yeah, that was... but it was a weird place. I mean, there was no telly. All they had for sort of company was a calculator.
You are the strangest little
That's extraordinary.
Company, had to company.
No.
There goes Carl with his friend. What's his friend? Oh, it's a little...
It's a Chadeo
calculator.
4197G.
I love that. That's amazing.
Oh, calculator, do that boobs thing again.
My mum and dad used to go out. I stayed in there.
Just shots of him with his calculator on the beach. My only friend was the calculator. Oh, God. Just imagine shots of him in Vietnam just carrying Tommy.
When the battery's died, they had to have a funeral for him.
Yeah.
His batteries roll over the floor. Oh, fucking hell. My only
That's
company
hilarious.
was a calculator. Before I used to knock around with a brick. Oh, fuck me.
Wow. Freaking Carl, man.
We have to face facts here.
Go on.
The world is old.
Hold on. All right, okay. Yeah,
world's
it's
old.
The world is
that
old.
is a fact.
Yep.
That is a fact.
It's the same as if you've got a gran who's 70. There's not much you can do for her. You can say you're warm, but at the end of the day, she's still going to be shitting her pants. She's still going to be, forgetting things and all the rest of it. And you might be taking care of her, but at the end of the day, the good days are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in a way, like the world, it's got to a point that it's old, and we can say turn the tap off, turn the lights off, close the windows, stop letting heat out.
The earth, metaphorically, is shitting its pants.
Yes.
We are not the same as the first man that nature made.
No. No, we're not, no.
And that's where we went wrong. And if we didn't interfere at that point, we might have been more suited to the conditions now. Auntie Nora, I'm cold. She doesn't want double glazing.
Why not?
Just because she's worried that when people come round and sort of knock on the door, she won't hear them because it's all sort of double glazed.
But they're knocking on the door.
No, but she said that she didn't like a bell. It makes her jump too much.
Well,
It's hard
how do they get in now?
Well, it's a thin door and thin glass. You hear it. It's not like soundproof like double glazing is.
What? So they have to knock.
They
on
knock
the...
like that on the door, and she can hear that because
But
it's
why
like
are
a
they going
wooden
to double
door.
glaze the door? Is it a glass door?
No, they want to put that
It's a
PVC
glass
door
door.
in with
Hang
a
on,
thicker
so
glass.
she's scared by... You don't want a doorbell because that alarms her, but the knocking is fine.
The knocking's fine because you
Why
get
don't-
to know knocks
Why don't they have a bell that when you press it, it makes that noise?
because they haven't done that yet.
well,
Maybe
yeah,
that's an
you
idea.
could do a sample of a like
Yes,
that.
you
So when they
can.
press the doorbell, she hears. That's easy. That's done. You could sort
Right.
that out for her.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to start getting dragged into it because
Why don't you make Auntie Nora a bell that knocks?
it could be done. But the fact of the matter is, it isn't, and that's why she doesn't want double glazing.
But why don't you tell her, say, Auntie Nora, have double glazing, be warm, be safe. Hear the knock. Hear the knock of the bell on the doubly door.
Yes.
Auntie Nora, hear the knock of the bell on the doubly door.
She could fart until she's blue in the face. No one will be able to hear.
But look,
No one will be able to smell it.
But this
no
is
double
it.
glazing.
This
It's
is
tremendous.
it. This is it, though, isn't it? She wouldn't be around now if it wasn't for people interfering, coming up with tablets, making weak people live longer.
Right. You're annoyed at that. You're
I
annoyed.
love it. He's such a fascist, isn't he? Anti-Nora, a weak person who has been allowed
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
No, but
Eugenics is where you'd be happier.
but don't you see what I'm saying, though? The way the world we've changed more than the world has. We can't handle anything now, can we? Look at it, like I say, a bit of snow, a bit of cold, everything comes to a standstill.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go out, it's dangerous, you'll slip over, people having time off work.
Yeah. What would you do, right? If you run a business, right, your business could go under, right? It snows a bit. You got 10 employees. You're paying them well, and they go, I can't come in today, Carl. It's a bit icy. I'll do it, okay? Right, they're snowed in, right? You're running the business. What are you running?
It's a, let's not,
Don't-
I'm not
don't
going to
you-
big myself up, it's just it's a
don't you run it-
factory.
but
It's
don't you make bells
U-bends. I
that
make
knock?
no,
Don't they-
U-bends.
Yeah.
U-bends for...
Toilet. So
yeah.
you run a... Okay, right, okay.
plumbing
So
type.
plumbing, you pay them all right, don't you?
I'd say most of them are on
Frickin'
above
Bailey
average.
guys.
So you're there. What time do you get in?
About 8:45.
9:15, waiting for them to come in at 9, yeah? Yeah. Okay, right, it's snowing. It's a bit snowy. You got there. It took you a bit while. You'd set off early, did you? Or...
Gave myself a bit more time because I had to put the heating on the car.
Okay, ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello, KP Plumbing.
Oh, is that Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah, who's that?
Oh, it's Sheila. Listen.
Sheila, shouldn't you be here by now?
Yeah, no. I was going to set off.
We'll set off now. Stop wasting time. We've got a big order on.
No, I know.
We're all
but
on a bonus here if we get this done. I'll see you in 10 minutes, shall I?
I can't make it.
What?
I can't make it.
Why not?
The car won't start and it's slippy on the drive. I just can't get out.
Get the transport. I'll see you in... I'll give you 20 minutes, all right? Don't worry about it. When's the call?
I can't.
I'll see you.
I'm also scared of the ice. I'm scared of the ice. I'm not gonna come in today. It's dangerous.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna wait until the ice and snow goes away, and then I'm gonna come
But
in.
they're predicting it's going to be about 2 weeks before they
Yeah,
clear all this.
I can't really travel in this. It's a bit dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what. You stay at home. I'll replace you. Because I need someone to come in.
What,
We've
are
got a
you
big
firing me because I can't get into work with this?
Well, I got
think-
into work, Sheila.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you don't live with me, do you? If you did live with me, then
No, but
you'd probably
it was
see
bad.
how...
It was bad where I was as well.
Yeah,
I'm here.
but do you know how bad it is here? When you come round and have a look how bad it is here,
no,
you drive
I'm
my...
not coming
Tell you
round
what,
here.
you come round and drive my fucking car because I'm snowed in, you fucking calling me a cunt. And I'll tell you, if you fire me, I'll tell you to drive me in.
Right, you're fired anyway for that.
You're in fucking trouble then.
Right then, see ya. Right, and
Right.
then she's done with. She's weak anyway.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
KP Plumbing.
Hiya, is that, Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hi, it's Bob here.
Bob.
Yeah, bit of trouble. In my area, it's absolutely snowed. It's possible. No one's getting out. I live near Sheila.
Bob,
by the way.
listen. Yeah, well, Sheila's just been on. She's saying she can't get in either.
She can't. I've just seen her out there trying to dig her car out, and she's hurt her back. She's really tried hard to get to work, but she can't do it because she's not very rich and her car doesn't work. She hasn't got the right tyres, and there's no public transport. They've cancelled those. Wrong snow on this country. I'm not going to make it in today, son. So I'll see you tomorrow, right, boy?
Well, no, you're saying you'll see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you'll probably call up tomorrow with the same thing.
Well, only if it's snowing still.
Now
It
listen.
might not happen.
Well, I can't run a business like this, Bob.
Yeah, it's not my fault, is it? Really?
So go round to Sheila's and like slag me off if you want. But I tell you
I'm not
what,
slagging
you're
you
not
off,
coming
just-
back here. Fuck off.
Oh my god!
One chance.
Holy
one chance.
shit!
Well, you didn't even give him one chance.
No, because they've done it before.
So good.
Just annoys me.
Everything annoys you, bud. That's too freaking hilarious.
Oh, chimpanzee, that has only gone and written it down.
Finally! It's back! Carl's Diary! Remember last week I'm like, what the hell happened to Carl's Diary? It better come back. It's back, baby. And it's going to be spectacular.
The jingle there to announce yet another reading from Carl Pilkington's diary. My mum called me to ask me to look in some of the magazine shops in London for a magazine that she can't find. It's called UFO Data. I said, I ain't heard of it. She said she's seen an advert for it in one of her ghost magazines.
I love the fact that she can't even find the magazine about unidentified flying objects.
So we get a clue
She
there.
thinks, I think I saw something, but I don't know whether it was a magazine or not.
So we get a clue there as to why you give any credence to this crap.
Yeah, well, it's, I mean,
Mama Pilkington's into the same shit.
there's a lot of space out there, isn't there?
She said that this magazine has got news story about how Aldrin (brackets astronaut) has got some evidence that aliens exist.
Yeah.
I told her that I found out today that the days are about 36 minutes longer on Mars. We chatted about how this is how they are more advanced than us. Do you mean the Martians?
Yeah, if they've got a longer day, that's more time that they're awake working on stuff.
Right, yeah, we know that makes no difference at all.
No, it does.
Think about it. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Look, think about it. 6 o'clock here.
Yeah.
People are going, see you tomorrow. I'm going home. They'll be going, another half hour.
Yeah.
They've got a longer day. Productive.
And that's why they're able to fly.
That's why they're whizzing around. It adds up, doesn't it, over the years?
Christ almighty, what drivel!
Suzanne got in from work at 11:30. I told her about the UFOs in Mars. She said she's too tired to chat. I said, does it mean aliens will be more tired than us, or do they get more sleep? I got no answer.
Of course you got no answer. She's like,
I love it when
It
Suzanne
scares
goes
her.
in. She never indulges
No,
you.
it
does she?
scares her. Anything with ghosts and UFOs, she sort of.
It doesn't
ignores
scare her,
does
it bores
scare
her.
No, it freaks her out.
it does.
Scares her.
Okay. Read about a pub that is getting some stick because they've stopped a horse going in. It's been the horse's regular for ages, but there's been some new owners who've taken over the pub and they said they're serving fresh food and don't want a horse in there anymore.
Oh, God.
I I met Suzanne after she finished work, and we went for a brew in another cafe.
Gosh, Jesus.
It's always having a brew in a caf.
It's like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Suzanne said I looked tired and fed up. She taught me some way to breathe that will relax me. I wasn't feeling that relaxed, though, because the person behind the counter was banging about making a coffee. Noise stresses me out. I wonder if less deaf people die of stress than people with working ears do.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the theories. It's the
It
theories.
is such a noisy world, though, isn't it?
It is. London is noisy, very noisy.
I think just everywhere, just noise in general. They were
Yeah.
saying how like every noise has been used at least 5 times or something.
What do you mean?
Because there's only so many noises in the world.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's only so many
What do
noises.
you mean every noise has been used 5 times? I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means.
Because
Every noise once has been used at least 5 times.
there's only so many noises. It's like a piano, isn't there? There's only so many notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only so many noises.
Right.
But because there's so much stuff, the same noises are being used again.
I don't know what that means.
By whom? Who's reusing the noise?
By whatever.
So a
you'll have-
woodpecker when it's woodpecking?
Yeah. Some birds make noises that would sound like a Ford Escort, just because there's only so many noises that people can use.
What is he talking about?
Oh my
Noises
god.
are a byproduct. Outside an instrument,
Yeah.
noises are a byproduct. They don't, a machine, they don't go, watch me make this noise, make this machine. It makes the noise it makes when it's doing
But
something.
why does it make that noise? Why not pick another noise?
They don't pick the
Well,
noise.
who's picking
I know.
the noise?
The printing
Oh
press
my
makes the
God,
noise because it's the
Carl.
sound of the
You're
film
really
going down.
small.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
the printing-
a hammer makes that noise because that's what it does. No one's going, oh, can we make this make a different noise? No, it's a byproduct.
I
It's-
know. So there's only so many noises.
I don't know what you mean. When Stevenson's Rocket came and I went, can you make it go? It's what that's the noise it made.
I know,
Yeah.
but then, say like a new frog comes out.
Oh, what do you mean a new frog comes out?
They find a new type of frog.
Right.
It makes a noise, and
Yeah.
they'll go, "Yeah, I knew it was going to sound like that."
What are you talking
Because
about?
there's only so many noises. No animal comes out and makes like a weird noise, and you go, "I've never heard that noise before." They go, "Oh, that sounds like a chicken," or "It sounds like a Ford Escort," or there's only so many
What
noises.
frog sounds like a Ford Escort?
No, but
there
there'll be
can't be
some
many
animal.
because you've used Ford Escort twice as an analogy here. So you're running out of noises. You've come up with chicken and Escort so far.
I can't explain
But the problem
it.
is, a Ford Escort sounds a bit like an Austin Allegro. So
I
I don't
know, yeah. And a chicken, you're ripping off the turkey, you cunt.
So good. Started out okay, you know, the whole Mrs. Battersby story. Come on, Carl, that's a little far fetched. But the whole, you know, role play between Carl as a business owner and Ricky calling in and then getting fired was freaking hysterical. Another good episode. I liked it. I hope you guys did too. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Stay safe and don't forget to wash your hands. Bye.